MBS, the Saudi Crown Prince. We have this story about is this sort of his like pre-Crown Prince party? This was 2015?
Yeah, so he wasn't the Crown Prince yet.
Okay, so it's like his going away party from his previous life.
It's like his bar mitzvah.
Yeah. And this thing was just bananas. You want to talk about the other side of the world that is not protesting down Ventura Boulevard and shooting rifles. Can you give me some details?
Yeah, this story is nuts. First, he flew in 150 models from Brazil, Russia, and elsewhere to a private island in the Maldives.
Okay.
Women were brought in first, and they were first tested for STDs.
Oh, my gosh.
And once they were tested clean, they were welcome on the island. And then MBS decided to bring his buddies. The cost of this lovely party was $50 million.
I just want to say, it sounds like he had COVID testing figured out way pre-COVID.
Yeah. 300 staffers on the resort, each got a $5,000 bonus. Most of them make like $1,000 a month. There were no phones allowed for any of the staffers except for a Nokia 3310 just to make phone calls. And then he pretty much threw the biggest party. He had Pitbull. I didn't know Gangnam Style was still hot in 2015. He had Psy.
Wow.
Afrojack. He was also supposed to get Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. Apparently they flaked. He had his handlers would give him alcohol because he can't be drinking alcohol given his job. Yeah. And you know, eventually after like a couple days, word got out that these guys were in town partying. He had to shut it down. He quickly left and then got rid of, sent all the women home. He thought that was not the way to kind of play ball. So he decided to go a different route. He bought a $500 million yacht that has 48,000 square feet of party space, jacuzzi, submarine dock, underwater viewing room. And then near the dock of his boat, he bought a French chateau for $300 million. So it keeps his parties private and kind of allow him to do everything. So pretty much there's a book coming out by your guys' favorite dude who wrote Billion Dollar Whale.
Nice.
Co-author of Billion Dollar Whale. And it's called Blood and Oil. And it's pretty much MBS's rise to power. This is going to be the movie. This is going to be like Jordan Belfort. What was that movie called?
Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah.
Times 5 trillion.
Wow. So it's actually fascinating a few things. One, in the book, and I guess they're going to chronicle this, is that he didn't grow up like the other princes. Like his family, his direct family, had money, of course, but not this kind of money. And he went to school in Saudi Arabia for college, while most of the other princes of that stature would go to like Harvard or Stanford, the big schools abroad. And he navigated this whole world coming, I want to say like almost like an underdog. And he did it by 30. So he's obviously not a great dude, but just from a power grabbing, it's insane that he was able to grab that much power. Like, how did he do it?
Yep. I don't know. I'm buying the book on Amazon.
Blackmail, corruption.
No, I know, but to do all that by such a young age is insane. You're basically battling tons of princes that know once you get to that level, it's just unlimited money where you get to buy the $500 million yacht, the $300 million house, and then eventually run the country. And it's fascinating to me that he was almost, I want to say, an outsider from just the closest to the power of the king, and he somehow figured it out.
I'll tell you what, I'm ordering the book on Amazon as we speak. I'll let you know how it all went down.
Get 2 copies. I'll actually read this one.
Okay, deal.
And what's scary for the writer, I think he's a Wall Street Journal writer that wrote the $1 Billion Whale. If it's the same guy, Cholo can't kill you. MBS can.
Yeah.
So be careful.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen what he's capable of. He showed us.
Yeah.
It's not really up for debate.
No, and he can kill you anywhere.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I just imagine like freaking Afrojack or whoever that was there. Like the life of these DJs is just insane, because if you make it to that like group, you know, of 10 DJs, you're the guy that they want at all these things.
Yeah.
Like I bet these guys' stories of the parties that they've DJ'd that we don't even know about are insane.
Oh
yeah.
Like all the Jolo ones, everyone had these big DJs.
Yeah, I would think.
I'm sure
Diplo.
Calvin Harris.
Can you imagine what Diplo's the situations he's been in?
Calvin Harris.
Calvin Harris, Marshmello now.
They're like, hey, we're going to pay you $2 million and you're going to land in the Maldives with an island full of pre-STD checked women.
Yeah.
We just want to hear that new, you know.
I forget, someone told me that Bruno Mars, I want to say off the books, like about concerts that we never hear about, he makes almost equally as much on those, like showing up for $5 million to some prince or king, showing up to a wedding for $5 million, that he does in touring.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather do those than go on a tour.
I mean, it takes no effort. I've been to some people's weddings where superstars show up, they get to mail it in. It's so easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I'm just saying, I saw Nas at both of your guys' weddings, so you tell me. You tell me.